Can you tell me any more about your boot camp and training experiences?
No, normal. It was normal.
It was normal. Where were you trained? Do you remember?
I was on the cadre in Louisiana,
In Louisiana?
and then we went to Texas and did a Camp Ashley, Texas.
So you went to Louisiana and then trained in Camp Ashley, Texas.
Well, I trained how to use rifles and guns.
How to use rifles?
Yeah.
Was there any specific engineering equipment that you learned how to use in boot camp?
And
Was there any equipment that you learned to use for the field as an engineer? Any
No.
specific equipment?
no, because I knew all about heavy equipment.
Okay. So you served in World War II, and where exactly did you go?
Well, I was all through Europe. I made the Normandy invasion with the First Army. I was on detached service of the First Infantry Division for the invasion. I was really in the Third Army on detached service with the First Army, First Infantry Division, and 101st.
So you said that you participated in the D-Day invasion, correct?
But it might have been D-Day 3 or something.
Okay. So were you involved with the initial landing force of D-Day, or you were?
Yeah.
Can you describe at all that experience of being in that force?
On a boat, in the water.
Is there anything that you remember going
We're
on?
scared. We were all scared. That's all. What else?
Do you remember arriving on shore and what it was like?
What it was like on shore? Well, we got a single file, and we started going. The first place was Paris. We were not mobilized then.
You weren't mobilized yet? So what was your job once you got on the beachhead? Do you recall?
Wherever they needed us, repairing equipment, mostly on the front lines. If a tank blew a track, we fixed it. If we could get it running again, we fixed it.
So you saw combat.
Yeah.
Did you ever use arms?
Yeah.
You use arms. You said that you fixed tanks, you went wherever they needed you, correct?
Did I fix
Yeah,
tanks?
you said you fixed tanks and machinery, right?
Yeah, heavy equipment.
Do you remember any specific instances of fixing something or any stories?
We had no problem.
You had no problem
No,
fixing it?
there were 36 of us. We were all good men, all well trained. If I didn't know something, somebody else did.
Were there casualties in your unit?
A couple, that's all.
Can you tell me, Arthur, about a couple of your most memorable experiences?
Well, I don't believe in I don't believe in that. What is it? Bronze Star. The way they were giving them away. I don't believe in it.
You didn't believe in that?
They were getting Bronze Stars for almost nothing.
Can you explain that? People were getting
Oh,
bronze
I know
stars
one
each
guy
year?
that jumped in a foxhole, he cut his hand, he got a Bronze Star. Another guy that cut his finger on a tractor, he got a Bronze Star.
According to your bio sheet, you seem pretty, you've received a lot of medals and special service awards, including 3 overseas service bars, American Campaign Medal, bronze stars, battle stars, Asiatic Pacific Theater ribbons. So you definitely received a lot of recognition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was there anything specifically that you did to gain these titles?
Huh?
What did you do to receive all these medals?
Nothing, just for the war. Battle zones. Those are battle zones.
What was that?
Those are battle zones.
Oh, battle zones? How did you stay in touch with your family?
Didn't stay in touch.
Did you write your family?
Had a family, but everything was, at the time, you couldn't communicate. We couldn't let them know where we were or anything, you know.
So, if you did write letters, what would be something that you were allowed to say?
Well, they censored it all. You couldn't say much.
And how did that make you feel?
And that made me feel, felt like I wanted to get out of there.
Do you remember what the food was like?
The food was all right. We'd mostly C rations and K rations.
And what
No
is
kitchen.
Okay, what's a K ration?
That's, everything is frozen in little kits.
Okay.
Chocolate bars and all that, you know. We got lots of that. I got double rations because I was attached to 2 companies.
Did you feel pressure or stress?
Did I feel? Well, I lost I was never sick, but I was 27 pounds on the food they gave me to eat. They were all K rations, you know.
Was there something special that you did for good luck?
I don't hear you.
Was there something special that you did for good luck?
Some special,
That you did for good luck? That, you know, did you carry a Bible? Did you have...
carry
have-
a
did
Bible?
yeah.
no, no.
Was there anything special that you did for good luck in adverse situations?
I don't know how to answer that.
Alright. How did people entertain themselves?
There was no entertainment.
Do you recall any particular humorous or unusual event?
Yeah, but I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. Do you have photographs?
I got some.
Would you like to share any photographs?
No, that's, we had a corporal that gives a little run up there. He was in headquarters. We had 3 men out of Georgia chain gang at the time. And if they survived the war, they were free. They survived.
Can you tell me more about where you traveled while in the service?
Where I traveled? Up to Berlin. They stopped us at 35 miles, 35 kilometers from Berlin. That's where we met the Russians. They didn't let us go from Berlin.
Okay. Do you remember anything specific about Berlin, about what you did there?
Yeah, the Russians were stupid. They tipped the jeep over, couldn't figure out how we made all that time.
According to your bio sheet, you also were in Central Europe and the Northern Rhineland. Were there any specific experiences?
Well, I was in the Ardennes,
No, then.
the Battle of the Bulge, and was a Bastogne. Germans took it away from us, we took it away from them, they took it away from us, we took it away again from them. I got a bunch of pictures there.
So, does any location that you travel to stand out more than any of the others?
Anything that stands out? I killed 2 civilians. They said that they broke out of rank. We captured them, you know. They broke out of rank. They went at the end of the building, opened the window, there was a machine gun nest. Well, I got behind a horse shot and I killed 2. I said, gee, I missed them. I got them. Bits of them. They sent a letter to our commander, Eisenhower. I think it was Eisenhower. He says, just count how many you killed. They sent a letter on that, you know, because I got a runny nose. and they wanted me to just count how many you killed. We were taught to kill. We were taught to kill. When we came home, when we left Europe, we thought we were going home. We went through Panama Canal. On closed orders, you don't know where you're going. I went to the Philippines. We're gonna make the Japanese invasion.
So, can you tell me what it was like to come home from Europe and know that you're
It was,
going
it was a waste of the Philippines. Because Truman dropped the atom bomb, the war ended. All we had was snipers. Snipers. The only one I called was a monkey. I thought it was a chap that grabbed me.
Can you compare fighting in the European front with the Pacific Theater?
My job wasn't fighting, my job was working.
Working.
We were always protected with the 1st Infantry Division.
So wherever you
But we
were,
were trained to fight too. That wasn't my job.
so you were trained to fight. Were you ever in a position where you needed to take a
We
box and
captured
fight?
Germans, we captured a lot ourselves.
Do you remember capturing any Germans? Do you have any stories?
We captured one time we captured 15 SS men. Top German troops, you know.
And how did this occur? How did this occur that you captured 15 SS men?
They didn't know what our strength was. They thought we were there were 36 of us. And they thought we were a big outfit, you know.
Okay.
They didn't know our strength, so they just surrendered. They rolled it back.
What was their reaction?
Huh?
What was their reaction when they realized what
Well, that's
they
when
had
the two
done?
broke out at Frank. Then I got them.
What did you think of officers or fellow soldiers?
The officers?
Officers or fellow soldiers?
Well, the first one we were gonna get rid of the company commander from the training he gave us. But he was the first one we lost. We lost him.
Did you
was strafing.
did you keep a personal diary?
No. I'm no good at, when I was in Washington, they tried to interview me, I didn't want to talk to nobody.
Thank you for allowing us
Yeah.
to interview
I'm
you.
surprised I lasted this long. I don't talk about the war, I never watched the movie.
Never talked about it at home all the time I've known. I've known a lot of
Wow.
years.
Well,
Never once
Just
talked
just
about
don't want to talk about it.
yeah, you've been
it.
so
Family
many
got to do
places.
with these
Huh?
things.
You went to so many different battles.
Yeah, we
where,
did.
yeah,
We travel a lot, we move fast.
yeah. Be hard memories, huh?
Huh?
Hard memories.
Do you recall the day your service ended?
Huh? I don't hear you.
Do you recall the day that your service ended?
Well, when it ended, it was in December of 45, I think. We landed in California. That's when they found the monkey I had and they threw him overboard because I didn't have no shots for him. So when I got to California, I wanted to make it home for Christmas. So I left the company because we had to be rehabilitated because we were not. We're not ready for civilian life.
Yeah.
No.
Did you go to work? What did you do immediately after returning?
You're mumbling.
Did you go to work? Did you go to school? What did you do immediately after returning?
I was a bum for a year.
And where did you live?
Chicago.
Were you with your family?
Yeah.
Did you go back to school eventually?
No.
Can you remember any close friendships that you made in the service?
They're all dead.
Did you join a veterans organization?
I was in 3 or 4 of them. And just when I got to Glenview, I joined the American Legionnaire.
What did you do as a career after the war?
After the war, I went into the transportation business.
Transportation? And specifically, what did you do?
Buses, cabs, buses, limousines, and travel agency. And I got the kids all working there, family.
Did your military experience influence your thinking about war or about the military in general?
Did I what?
Did your experience being in the Army influence your thoughts about war and about the military?
I had no problems there. We never had roll call, we never had red lead, we were on our own, it didn't bother us. We never had roll calls. Just put another bullet through the gun to make sure it's working, that's all.
I was wondering about your monkey. Can you tell us more about the monkey?
He was supposed to have shots. We got orders, we were going home.
Yeah.
So we went to California. I had him on the ship in the way, and they found out that, and they just threw him overboard. He
Oh.
didn't have all the shots. That's all.
Did you name him?
I forget the name, yeah.
Ah, okay. And you had thought that he was a Jap who had gotten you, and it was a monkey
I
on
was
your
in
back.
force there, yeah. That's the only time I really got scared. That's what he called me.
But then he became your friend.
He was a good monkey.
He's a good monkey.
They threw him overboard.
That's too bad. Sorry to hear that.
Okay, let's go back to your actual job in the Army. You were a tractor mechanic,
Yeah.
and can you tell us more about being a tractor mechanic,
At
what
the
it's
time,
like?
they wanted me to go to work in Milwaukee as an instructor on heavy equipment, and I didn't want to go.
Why is that?
I didn't want to go.
So
I
you,
wanted to be a bum.
okay, so when you came back, they offered to
Huh?
employ you when you came back from war
Yeah.
to be to work with tractors in Milwaukee? Did you, on the front, did you repair tractors, or was that just a general term?
I didn't hear you.
On the front of war, did you repair tractors, or was that just a general term? You repaired all machinery?
After the war?
During the war,
During the war, yeah, there were a lot of them.
you repaired tractors?
A lot of them.
And how does that relate to military operations?
Well, during Bastogne, we used bulldozers or road graders. The snow was that high. I made roads. Many things. Built bridges.
How did your being in the service affect your life? Affect you as a person?
How did it affect my life? Didn't affect it.
Do you think it affected who you are?
Nothing. I just don't talk about it and forgot about it.
Okay. Is there anything you'd like to add that we have not covered in this interview?
I'm surprised I stood this long talking to you.
Okay. Well, since there's nothing else you'd like to add, Arthur, thank you for being interviewed with us today for the Glenview Youth History Project.
Okay.
We've enjoyed you sharing your
They tried to
experience with us.
interview me in Washington. They tried to interview me. I didn't want to talk about it.
We understand. Thank you, sir.